morning, students. Welcome to today's online science class. Standard 8, lesson number 5, changes around us. Dear students, have you visited Hudub Miner in Delhi? There you can see a rust-resistant iron pillar. It has not rested for more than 1500 years. But not all things are unchanged like this. You would have noticed milk turning into curd. How it is happening? Do you have any idea? We see number of changes in our surroundings. Some of them are chemical changes, some of them are physical changes. So changes are of two types, physical and chemical. As you have studied earlier classes, changes like folding and unfolding a paper, and then drying wet clothes, and then bending of iron rod are some of examples for physical changes. On the other hand, changes like burning of paper, digestion of food, turning of milk into curd, and then decaying of vegetables, fruits are some of the examples for chemical changes. In this lesson, we will study about chemical changes, factors determining chemical changes and the effects of chemical changes. Okay, what is chemical change? So, chemical change is a permanent change. It cannot be come back to its original state. Okay, so a chemical change is a permanent and irreversible change which produces a new substance. Chemical changes are otherwise called as chemical reactions. So products gives reactant. Factors determining chemical changes. Chemical changes will not occur at all conditions. For a chemical change to take place, certain specific conditions are required. Chemical changes can take place in the following conditions. So the condition number 1 is contact in physical stage. Number 2, solution of reactant. Number 3, electricity. Number 4, heat. Number 5, light. And number 6, catalyst. In a chemical reaction, one or more substances, that is the reactant, undergo a reaction to form one or more new substances, that is the product. So in a chemical reactions, the reactant gives a product. So the next is a chemical reaction based on physical contact. Dear students, we experience many events in our daily life, like burning of matchstick and rubbing under iron materials turning into the reddish brown. Why and how these things are happen? These changes are due to the chemical reactions by in contact with physical state. The combination of reactant in the naturally occurring states, that is a solid, liquid and gas, is referred as contact in a physical state. The examples reactions are when dry wood comes into contact with fire, it burns with the help of the surroundings air, that is the oxygen, to form carbon dioxide, which is given out as a smoke. And then second reaction example is when a matchstick is rubbed on the side of a matchbox. A chemical reaction takes place to form a heat, light and the smoke. From the above reaction, we can conclude that certain chemical reactions takes place only when the reactant are brought in contact. So the next condition is solution of reactant. When milk is mixed with coffee decoction, the color of the milk and the decoction changes due to chemical reaction. Similarly, we mix two substances in solution form. A chemical reaction takes place between them to form a new substances, that is the product. For example, take small amount of solid silver nitrate and sodium chloride in a test tube. Do you observe any change? No, because that substances are in a solid state. When we dissolve these substances into the water, the changes will take place. What? The silver nitrate solution reacts with the sodium chloride solution to form a white precipitate of silver chloride and sodium nitrate. So some reactions takes place only when the matter is in a liquid state. From the above reaction, we clearly know that some chemical reactions proceed only in the solution form but not in the solid form. So next is a chemical reaction based on electricity. Dear students, we know the importance of electricity. Yes, electricity is essential for our life. We use electricity for cooking, lighting and grinding, watching television, etc. Do you know electricity can be used to carry out chemical reaction? Yes, many chemical reactions which takes place with the help of electricity are industrially very important. As you know, the water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen molecules. When electricity is passed through water which contains small amount of sulfuric acid, hydrogen and oxygen gases are liberated. Similarly, a concentrated solution of sodium chloride called berylline is electrolyzed to produce chlorine and hydrogen gases along with the sodium hydroxide. This is an important reaction to produce chlorine industrially. Dear students, the electrolysis process is carried out with the help of the electricity only. So thus we can conclude that some chemical reaction proceed only by the passage of electricity. Such reactions are called as electrochemical reactions or electrolysis. So the next one is a chemical reaction based on heat. Food is important for our life. Have you ever closely watched your mother cooking food? She boils the rice, cooking vegetables and preparing a gravy by heating them over a stove. When enough heat is given to that, some chemical reactions takes place to convert the raw food into the cooked one. Okay, you can learn more things about by conducting a reaction. Take a small amount of lead nitrate in a dry test tube and heat it gently over the flame. Observe the changes closely. You will hear cracking sound and an evaluation of reddish brown colored gas. In industries, limestone rocks are heated to get quick lime, that is the calcium oxide. Hence, some chemical reactions can be achieved by heat. So the next one is the chemical reaction based on light. Dear students, just imagine your life without sunlight. How can you survive your life? What will happen if there is no sunlight? All the living organisms will be affected and there will be no food for us to survive. Isn't it? Sunlight is important not only for us but also for plants, animals, etc. As you know the photosynthesis process, so the photo means light and synthesis means production. It is a process in which light energy from the sun is used by the plants to prepare starch from carbon dioxide and water. The sunlight induces the chemical reaction between carbon dioxide and water which finally ends up in the production of starch, that is the food. Thus, the chemical reaction induced by light are called as photochemical reaction. So, the last condition is a catalyst. Sometimes you are advised by the mothers to drink a small amount of warm water after a heavy meal. Do you know why? Yes, we all know that. This is because warm water makes digestion faster. Likewise, in industries, some chemical substances are used to speed up the chemical reaction. So, the catalyst is speeding up the chemical reaction. For example, metallic iron is used as a catalyst in the manufacture of ammonia using a Haber process. The ammonia is the basic material for the production of urea, an important fertilizer in agriculture. Do you know the vanaspati? Yes, that ghee, dalda preparation. Finally, nickel is used as a catalyst to speed up the reaction. Speed of certain reactions is influenced by the catalyst and such reactions are called as catalytic reactions. So the chemical reaction it is based on 6 factors. Okay. Dear students, today's home fun is take the page number 112 in your book and mark the questions. Roman letter 5, first one, second and third, and then 10th question. In Roman letter 6, third question. Write down the answers for these questions. Thank you all.